What is going on, everybody? Happy 2023. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope everybody had a good New Year and a very Merry Christmas. Let's start 2023 off right with something that's not even released yet. Start 2023 off with a bang. Let's start it off with the Terran Tactical Pit Viper, John Wick's gun in the upcoming movie John Wick 4. Start it out right. Let's start the review. Let's go.
It's modern segregation. This is setting up a civil war. Burn the circus down, cause the world is full of clowns. They're all stupid and they're proud, painted smiles on their mouths. I don't hang with bozos, homie, I can't be around you. Anyone who knows me knows my feet don't fit in clown shoes.
Yes, for my first review for 2023, I got you guys the Terran Tactical John Wick 4's Pit Viper. Little detail on this bad boy. Now the Pit Viper comes in at a 5-inch large single port compensator with a DLC coated with a match grade barrel. Precision slide cuts, as you guys can see. Traditional full wrap stippling. The stippling on this is really nice, really grippy on my hands. This grip texture is so good. So good, especially with the undercut here. The way that I get on the gun extremely high. So I'm all up on that undercut underneath the trigger guard, and I'm really pretty much putting my thumb on the light, using it as pretty much like a gas pedal. When this is in my hand, I mean, shooting it one-handed, it doesn't move. It has a black DLC coating with high polished sides, so it means that the highs are shiny and the lows are matte. Comes factory with extended slide release, big extended mag release, and a trigger pull to die for. There's one thing you're gonna notice when you buy a Terran Tactical piece of equipment is branding. There's TTI all over this gun. From TTI on this side to TTI on this side, TTI on the frame, and even TTI on the small part of the buttonless side of the mag release. Oh yeah, and don't forget on top of the slide and on back of the mag well. You're going to know you bought a Terran Tactical gun when you purchase the Sand Viper or the Pit Viper. Now I love the look of the gun. It looks great, it feels really good. The frame to slide tolerances are just fucking minute. It's a really nice gun. It's even nicer on the range. So it just isn't all show. It does have a lot of go as well. I am extremely fortunate to have this in my possession. If it wasn't for T at T Gun Vault. T is a personal friend of mine. He's out of Southern Florida. If you guys aren't following him, I'll leave his Instagram and his page in the description box down below. T is a high-end firearms dealer with a Type 1 FFL and a Type 3 SOT. He is also an NRA instructor. T is a really good friend of mine. He does business with a bunch of high-end clients. High-end clients like Dana White, Donald Trump Jr., and the former UFC heavyweight champion Andrei Arlovsky, just to name a few. The guy knows stuff front and back. He's super cool, super down to earth. He just doesn't sell high-end stuff. He actually does coatings as well, so he's actually certified to be a Cerakoter, and also he does 24 karat gold plating in-house. So if you wanted to, you could send your brand new purchased Pit Viper to him and get 24 karat gold plated, if you're that crazy. Like that AK right there, he actually gold plated an AK like that for Cain Velasquez. 24 karat gold plated. He can do it in-house for you. Also, if you purchase stuff from him, he actually does a free 2-day shipping. So he actually sent this to me and it was here within a day. From Florida to Kansas. So right now you're probably asking, Ron, how did you get the Pit Viper and how did T get the Pit Viper? Well, T is actually the biggest Terran Tactical dealer in the country. A lot of people don't know that. He's just now coming up in the ranks, but I think he had this a couple of months ago, and this is actually his personal carry gun. So when I asked to review it, he says absolutely, threw it in the mail and sent it my way. The guy's awesome. He's great to do business with. I highly recommend him. Please go check him out at T Gun Vault on Instagram. I will put everything in the description box down below. So first off, let me get it out of the way that this gun is not due to be released until May of 2023. So with all that being said, let's talk about how this thing shot. And this gun shoots as good as a $7,000 gun you think would. I mean, if you go on Tactical's website right now, it is $6,999.99. If you were to go to T right now and tell him that you want to buy not this one, because this is his personal gun, but if you want to buy one of these from T, he will sell you at MSRP. He will not upcharge. You see all these guns that are on Gun Broker, like the Sand Viper, that are going for $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 for a used Sand Viper. T is always going to do you right when it comes to business. He's not here to price gouge. He's just here to give you the fair price. The gun shot great. For just an iron sight gun, for $7,000, you're getting an iron sight gun. That's my only true gripe about this pistol, to be honest. It shot great. The green fiber optic picks up immediately. Now, I will say, for a $7,000 non-optics ready pistol, this green fiber optic is really easy to pick up, even with both eyes open. It's really similar, I hate to even compare it to, as bright as my dot on my Viridian optic. I don't know if you guys can see that. The dot is that easy to pick up. God! So we're gonna talk about the slide serrations. Amazing. I'm a big fan of the over-the-top serrations for doing press checks and just racking in general. It's a perfect hand placement. Just you get grip every time, no matter where you grab it on this gun. It's really good. Now, I did have one issue with the trigger. Now, I will say the trigger comes from factory between 1.7 and 2.5 pounds. It's a great crisp trigger, but if you're not used to it, you're gonna have trigger freeze, kind of like how I did, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I don't carry around a gun that has a 1.5 pound trigger or a 2 pound trigger at that. I think the lowest that I have is my 3 pound on my P. And yeah, you definitely can get some trigger freeze when you're not used to it if you're doing those rapid fire drills. But the trigger is really nice. The trigger comes in kind of flat, but also kind of canted at the same time, and it's actually metal. I want to say it's aluminum. Now, I do want to show off the trigger. So see, we're clear, no mag in it. So I want to show off the trigger. So here's your pre-travel. Barely any. Nice, crisp. I want to say it's a 1.5, 1.7 pounds. And then the reset. Minute. One more time. Let's shut up and let's keep shooting this thing. Here is so good. Of course, you have a big old flare Terran Tactical mag well, so you can take those mags and send it home every time with confidence. Terran Tactical base plate with a, I want to say 18 rounder Atlas mag. So nothing too crazy there, but it is a lockback feature, so that's really nice. I love the coating on the barrel. I don't know what this is, but it's just perfect. Now, one thing you guys might think to yourself, why am I paying $7,000 for a non-optics ready pistol? Now, there's a little story behind this gun. I don't know why he came out with it. I tried getting Terran on. I just couldn't reach out to him in time for me doing this review. Now, the story that I got with this gun is this gun actually came out before the Sand Viper, but due to the John Wick movie, it was under some kind of NDA, and they couldn't release it or show any pictures for it. So they came out with the Sand Viper instead, and that's the optics ready version. So this technically is a V1 of a Sand Viper. That's why it's the Pit Viper. So the Sand Viper is the optics ready version of this. So the difference between this and a Sand Viper is the Sand Viper doesn't have a front sight, but it comes equipped with optics ready feature. So this one's not optics ready, but it has a rear and front fiber optic sight. Sand Viper has no front sight, but is optics ready. So talking about the front sight, the one thing I do like about this green fiber optic front sight, it's extremely easy to shoot, but it's really easy to shoot with obviously the giant single port compensator. Just to give another demonstration on how flat and accurate this is, I have a TA Targets Mini A Zone. We got a full 17 round mag. I'm gonna try to do a nice little cadence. I'll let you guys watch it work. Mini A Zone, we're about 15 yards out. they're just rocking. Barely moves. It's like you could just watch it track just ever so slightly. To shoot on the move, this thing is a breeze to shoot when you're walking and just laying rounds down range. It's easy to shoot when you're static, but shooting on the move with this giant compensator and this bright green fiber optic, it just takes it to another level. It's really, really pleasant to shoot. Now, I did run into one issue out on the range with this gun. This pin for the rear sight right here is actually starting to walk off to the right. And my rear sight is actually walking as well. That's, yeah, if you look. It's actually it's just free. $7,000! So I was about 350 rounds in, and I started noticing my point of impacts were just all over the place when I should be dead nuts on. And so I looked at the fucking rear sight, and the ass end is just sticking all up. It's all twerking, and I went to go touch it, and I can move the screw. That's the only issue that I had with this gun out on the range. So in true Ron fashion, you know, I like to shoot my guns at 50 to 100 yards. Just to test the capabilities, and I'm pretty sure that this gun would have no problem. John Wick would have no problem shooting at 100 plus yards with this gun. I know this is John Wick's gun, but in true Ron fashion, let's take it back to about 50 to 100 yards. See if we can start plinking from there. Pretty sure Taryn and the team developed this to hit further. It's my video. You know I gotta do it. All right, 50 yards. Right there, got a couple rounds. Now I will say, with this giant comp and this really light trigger, it's really easy to get back on target. Barely any muzzle lift on here, and then just the trigger is just so quick to reset, and it's such a nice crisp 1.5 to 2 pound pull. Let's go back some more. 100 yards. One round left. All right, fuck it. For shits and gigs, let me try to do it. 100 yards, one-handed with the Pit Viper. This thing is ridiculous. But this review wouldn't be possible. This range footage would not be possible if it wasn't for the newest sponsor to the channel, Nautilus Ammunition. Now Nautilus Ammunition is a American-owned, family-owned business assembled here in the United States, made in America. Now, before I actually got these guys as a sponsor, I went out to my local gun shop and I bought some ammo. Give me 1 second. So just to give you a reference, this box right here from Nautilus is 124 grain, American-made, American-assembled training ammo, FMJ. This goes for about $18 a box. I went to my local gun shop and I paid, and I got the receipt for 3, you see it right there, 3 boxes. I paid $82.15. $82 for 3 boxes. Now, where Nautilus comes into play at is if you have any kind of Netflix subscriptions or maybe Black Rifle Coffee subscriptions, they not only sell ammo, they actually have a subscription ammunition-based company. So if you want 250 rounds to 500 rounds delivered to your door, no questions asked every single month, they have a plan for that. So Nautilus actually has an ammunition subscription, 500 rounds for only $150 a month. You're talking $18 a box for 500 rounds. I went to my local gun range and I paid $24.95 a box for ammunition that was probably made in Russia somewhere. So do what I did, switch to Nautilus Ammunition, 250 to 500 rounds delivered directly to your door without any questions asked. And you know I'm gonna leave you guys with the coupon code. So if you actually go down to the description box down below, I will leave Nautilus's Instagram. Go to their page, go to their website, and you order anything over $100, use the coupon code RON5, I will save you guys some money. I like to do it for you guys. Next time you guys want to go to the range, consider using Nautilus ammunition. It's the ammunition that I use, the ammunition that I trust. Not only is it American made, American owned, proudly assembled in USA, it's a family owned and operated business. You can use this stuff with confidence, knowing that you're gonna have no light primer strikes and it's gonna run consistently and cleanly through your guns. So do yourself a favor, go to Nautilus Ammo, go check them out. They're the ammunition for the people, man. You guys can thank me later. Thank you, Nautilus, for sponsoring this video. Now, I put about 500 plus rounds through the Pit Viper in today's range day, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Now, one thing that I will say, honest review, is it shoots just like my Staccato XC, just without any irons, and about $2,000 to $2,500 more. So what are my takeaways from the Pit Viper? So everything is perfect on this gun, minus you're paying $7 grand for a non-optics ready gun. Some people don't like optics ready guns. That's not my prerogative. I don't judge, it is what it is. But from the sheer looks, the finish, the coating on the barrel, the beautiful compensator on here, I love the comp. The way the angle is, the stippling, everything. It's just a very nice, balanced gun. And for $7,000, that's not up to me to pretty much judge and say if it's something that you should buy or not. I'm just showing you what you can expect if you were to buy this gun here. You watch the video, you guys decide, but I'm Ron. I really appreciate you guys for watching. And I don't know how I'm going to one-up John Wick for his gun, but we got a lot more reviews coming at you in the future. So I want to say huge thank you to T Gun Vault and huge thank you to Nautilus Ammunition for sponsoring this video. I'm Ron. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
It's modern segregation, this is setting up a civil war. Burn the circus down, cause the world is full of clowns. They're all stupid and they're proud, painted smiles on their mouths. I don't hang with bozos, homie, I can't be around you. Anyone who knows me knows my feet don't fit